You want her, but you don't really know how to move forward. You can't really tell if she's all in or not. All that you know for sure is you believe she's the one for you, but she seems to stay at arm's length. You're all in, but she's holding her cards close to the vest. Do you really spend time trying to make this work? How do you know she's even worth it? How do you know she even cares? Yo, I'll be back in a second. Let's get it. There's nothing that sucks any more than not knowing if she's really down. You're dating, you want to take it to the next level, but you can't tell if she's right there with you or not. You're doing everything you can to get on the same page, but she's not picking up what you're putting down. There's often a disconnect that's easy to overlook because we want what we want. So our minds continue to give them the benefit of the doubt. We tell ourselves, she'll come around, or she's just taking a little longer to get on board with the program. Man, that's BS. You know this woman intimately. You know if she's feeling you or not. Here's what signs you need to look for to see if it's worth moving forward. Number one, talking about the future. Guys who are trying to build something with a woman often talk about the future. It doesn't have to be all Harlequin romance or a Lifetime movie about the future, but we'll talk about what our future plans are with work, school, family, or our living situation. When you talk about the future and she's talking about it like she's interested in moving forward with you, that's a good sign. When you discuss the future and she's either silent or ignoring the topic altogether to say other things, that's not good. She may not even be fully aware of what she's doing, but she's subconsciously telling you that she doesn't know what the future holds. And if we're being all the way real, which is what we do here on this channel, she's telling you she doesn't want a future with you. When she's talking about what's ahead and you're included in the conversation, she's insinuating that's with you. And my man, that's an excellent sign. Number two, exclusivity. In this world of dating apps, meetups, supermarket interactions, and reality show craziness, it would be a mistake to believe you're dating someone exclusively. Dating is literally the live experiment to find out who the right partner will be for someone. Some people date exclusively, but that's by choice, not obligation. You're not realistic if you think every woman you go out with is exclusive to you. If you're dating, things are going well, but you feel like she's not fully into you, she's likely dating someone else. The sign you should be looking for is her to become exclusive with you and to tell you she's exclusive. Everyone isn't the greatest communicator, so some will expect you to just know, but who does that? But in most cases, she's going to either tell you or do things to try to let you know she wants an exclusive relationship. This is a great sign, but it's more than a sign. It's really a privilege. No one owes you anything, so no one has to become exclusive with you. When that happens and you're interested, take this as a sign that you should keep her and you should begin to treat her in a way you treat someone that you're building with. Speaking of that, number three, building together. So if you've ever known a woman that was pregnant, you'll notice that she starts nesting at some point. Nesting is when a pregnant woman starts to prepare for the baby. She may decide to paint the baby's room, organize the house, clean the house, and several other ways to prepare for the baby. Nesting is a great example of preparing for the not so distant future. When you have a woman that begins to talk about building together, she's nesting in a sense, but not for a baby. She's nesting for you. You may have limited future plans at this point, but she might talk about cleaning out her storage or selling some of her stuff, finding ways to consolidate things, looking at houses, and ultimately considering the best and most efficient way to merge her life with yours. This doesn't necessarily mean she's ready for marriage, but she's ready for serious, and she wants serious with you. At the time, back in the day when I was dating my now wife, I was looking for a house. I knew we were getting serious, so I involved her in the process. It was a great litmus test. Did she really want to be a part of my life? She was all in. It couldn't have been more perfect. Building together is a strong sign of knowing you should keep her. True connection. The first three signs were strong, and a bit easier to understand if you're looking for them. This one might take some insight, but if you know your woman, you can spot it. A lot of women have dated and been hurt, abused, mistreated, and taken advantage of. Think about it, fam. Put yourself in her shoes. It's not fun, and what we miss is that it's often quite traumatic. When you experience these kinds of actions toward you, manipulation, or whatever the bad behavior is, it's easy to lose the ability to trust right off the bat. Sometimes it's going to take longer to trust. Consider that the more someone doesn't treat her well and plays with her heart, the more and more she's going to be protective and not open to trust. It's a natural defense mechanism. When you see it takes longer for her to trust, it's on you to do your best to connect with her. When you connect with her, you give her the opportunity to connect with you. Your woman isn't a toy to play with or even just a blessing to behold. She's a responsibility. When you connect with her while honoring her space and give her the time to connect with you, you build a true connection. You'll know it when you see it because you'll be able to distinctly see the shift in how she interacted with you in the beginning versus after the shift happens. If you see she's working through something, but she likes you and she's trying to connect with you, but it's taking some time, hang in there and allow that connection to happen. This is a great sign. If you've ever dated someone and it seemed like you couldn't put your finger on how serious they were about you, think about that relationship and look at these 4 signs. If you're in a relationship now and you just can't seem to be sure if she's down or not, ask yourself these questions. These signs are going to let you know if you should continue to pursue her. If you don't see these signs, well, don't let the doorknob hit you. Well, you know the rest. These are confirmation of what you need to know to put forth the effort to keep her around or not. When you know the signs of how to make sure she's worthy of your time, it'll show up in your relationship that charisma is already your superpower.